So the number one for this number one rank is now converted into 0.75. This one. Okay. Now 0.25 will be, you can understood, number 3, and 0.5 will be number 2. Correct. So this one, this matrix where the values were converted into rank is now converted into this matrix where the ranks are converted into its equivalent magnitudes. This I say as equivalent magnitude. Clear? So accordingly, 1 minus imply n plus 1. Just remember this formula. M is the rank, n is the total number of variables here or alternatives here, and then you do the needful. So for the second rank, what happened? 1 minus 2 by 3 plus 1. So 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is 0.5. Am I correct? 0.5 is this part. So deduct 0.5 from 1, 0.5, right? So this is the way I have converted the rank matrix into the normalized matrix, because you note this, none of the values are, or none of the values have any units. They are all numbers only. Although they are real numbers, but they do not have any units, right? So this unit is deducted. Now let us come to the weight. As I have said in the content, set criteria weights. These criteria weights are abruptly or randomly selected, but it depends on the decision maker. So this is one of the lacuna of ELECTRE II. The weights of the criteria were assigned by the decision maker only. So here I have assigned the maximum weights to flow, followed by head, and lastly financial liability. But it may happen that for another decision maker, financial liability can be the maximum weight, followed by flow and then head. So it depends upon the decision maker. Right, now you have assigned weights to your criteria. You have converted the value matrix of the alternatives into the normalized matrix of the alternatives. This is that normalized matrix actually. So now let us begin the process of ELECTRE II. So first you have to develop the concordance matrix for criteria flow. With respect to flow, we have to develop the concordance matrix. You know, concordance means if we compare two alternatives with each other, if one alternative outranks the other alternatives, it becomes a candidate of concordance matrix. Concordance means concord with the objective of the decision. So outranking means that variable alternative A has outranked alternative B with respect to the criteria of flow and based on the objective of the decision. Because more the flow, more preferred is the location, and my objective is to install a hydropower plant on that location. So you can select only those locations which are more conducive for generating hydropower. Correct? So with respect to flow, you will develop a concordance matrix. With respect to head, you will develop a concordance matrix. With respect to financial liability, you will develop a concordance matrix. Now, how? You see, I am asking question: if A outrank B, or do A outrank B with respect to flow? Now go to this matrix. Okay, this normalized matrix. By comparing the value of A and B, you can find A has not, or A is not greater than B. It is correct because the value of A is 0.25, value of B is 0.75. Certainly, they have A doesn't outrank or doesn't is not greater than B. So that is why for flow I have written here no. And as I've just now explained, that if A outranked B, then it becomes a member of a concordance set. Otherwise, it is not a member of concordance set. So, no, it doesn't go into the concordance set. The value in concordance index is, I will explain. If A or any variable outranks other variable with respect to a criteria, then uh, the criteria weight gets the membership or it included into the concordant index. Okay, so A has not outranked B, or I will not rather say it as A is not greater than B. So it is, for flow it is no. So it doesn't come into the concordance set and doesn't go into concordance index. Okay, concordance set is the value of the members which constitute the concordance index. Don't get confused. Only thing is that if A is greater than B for a certain criteria, then it becomes a member of concordance set, and the weightage of that criteria for which A is greater than B, that become the member of concordance index. Okay, so A doesn't is not greater than B, so no. So no into the concordance set, no. Value in the concordance index, 0. But when I compare it reversely, if B is greater than A, B is greater than A, yes, B is 0.75, A is 0.25. I am talking about this criteria flow. Then I say the answer to this question is yes, and suddenly it will become a member of concordance set, and the criteria of the criteria that is flow, the corresponding weightage of the criteria will become, or starts to constitute the concordance index. So what is the criteria of flow? What is the weightage of criteria flow? You see, it is 0.5. So that is why I have written here 0.5. Is it clear? Okay. Now, let us go into the next. Is B greater than C? Is B, this one, is greater than C? Certainly, B is 0.75, C is 0.5. I am comparing for the criteria flow, and so the answer is yes. So it gets into the concordance set also, and the value of the criteria also get the membership or starts to constitute the concordance index. But when I compare the reverse, is C is greater than B? No. If C is greater than B, C is 0.5, B is 0.75. It does not. C is not greater than B, so no. Into the concordance set, no. So no value is assigned. Because it is not going to the concordance set, so why I will assign some values? So then C greater than A, C 0.5 is greater than A, which is 0.25. Yes, right? So member concordance set, yes. The weightage of the criteria for which it becomes a member of concordance set, that is criteria flow. Flow has a weightage of 0.5, so I can add 0.5 into the concordance index.